So it's now Thursday, the 11th of November, and it seems that avian flu has reared its ugly head again. And why not? It's 2020. I'm expecting locusts any day. But in response to the latest, frankly, heartbreaking outbreaks of avian flu, where people's livelihoods and their birds have had to be culled, the government have imposed restrictions on poultry keepers. And the basic sentiment behind those regulations is that, and it is confusing and it is open to interpretation, but I think the basic sentiment behind it is that poultry keepers need to keep their hens, ducks, and birds in general away from wild birds. They have to keep their food separate, their water separate, and more importantly, and what affects us most, I think, is that we now have to keep our birds away from wild birds. Now, those of you that have been watching our videos know that we have basically 4 flocks. I've got some Ixworth pullets that are in an enclosure. So they're fine at the moment. They are away from the wild birds. Wild birds can't get into that enclosure. We have a movable tractor, and that enclosure is movable as well, so I'm not worried about those. I have some leg bar pullets which are also in an enclosed run, and again that mesh is small enough to ensure that wild birds can't get in, and their food and water is kept inside as well. But we have another 2 flocks which are going to be an issue. One of which is some free rangers that there's 9 of them that just spend their time just kind of wandering around the small holding, and they're not going to be allowed to do that anymore, so I need to do something with those. And then there's these guys that at the moment, you can see them there, they have been moved around to follow the sheep, and at the moment they're in this field where the sheep were last week, and they're more or less free range inside this pen, but I've got to do something with these as well, and I've got to do something today. The restrictions, exactly, the restrictions came in at 7 o'clock last night, so I need to do something today to address this. So my plan is to clear out some stables that we've got, and to fit out those stables with some kind of mesh system, and to block up any holes that wild birds can get into, and also vermin. Remember, if you're going to put your birds inside a stable or a building, then make sure that the vermin can't get in as well. It's all very well protecting them against wild birds, only to find out that some rats get in and do the damage. So the plan is that I'm going to put them in a stable and seal it up and give them as much freedom as I can, but obviously following the regulations that the government have put in. So in this video I'll show you what I'm going to do, and then hopefully by the end of the day we can move the hens in, and they'll be safe, which is obviously ultimately the most important thing, is that we keep our birds free from avian flu. And hopefully these restrictions won't last too long. Last time was in 2017. I think it was 11 weeks that they had to be inside. Let's hope that if people do follow these restrictions, then it won't be that long this time. But let's go and I'll show you what I'm planning to do. So these are the stables that I'm intending to use for the birds. This one currently has fleeces in it, an old washing machine. So this is going to be cleaned out. Obviously I need to secure this area here to make sure that no wild birds can get in. There's a gap up there as well. I need to do something about that. And the plan will be, I've already put this cage up here. The plan will be that in this area here there will be a cage on the outside, some kind of enclosure, so that at least they can get out and get some kind of fresh air. So this is going to be for the free range birds. This stable here which has already been cleaned out. I just need to move some pallets. I've jet washed the floor to make sure that there's no bugs or anything from the sheep that were in here last. This is going to be where the tractor hens go. I'm actually probably going to put the tractor in. Haven't decided yet. I might bring the whole tractor in and they can live in that, or I might just put some perches in here and they can roost in here. There's going to be some mesh up here. There'll be another mesh door there to allow me to get in. You can see the problem I've got at the moment. There is I think that's a blackbird's nest there, so I need to go right the way around and fill in all of these gaps. I've put some mesh up here already, you can see, to stop the wild birds getting in, so I've made a start. But this is going to take me all day, and it's not going to be nice. The chickens aren't going to like being inside all the time, but as we've already discussed, we've got to do something about these restrictions. We've got to take note of what the government are saying, but also because we want to protect our birds. It's not just because the governments are telling to do this, it's because our birds need protecting against this. So that's the plan. I will make another video as I go through the day to show you how I'm doing. And I'll show you the end result. So I'll get on and do that now, and hopefully we can have the birds in here by either the end of the day or first thing tomorrow. It's important we do get them under cover, and we do stop them coming into contact with these wild birds as soon as we can. So I'll see you in the next video when I actually start the build.